Hello, everyone. I guess the camera's not working. Alright. Alright, camera's not working. I guess I will turn the frame off. We tried. It's like no dice this time. No dice. Alright, let's build and hop in. There's a couple of things to look at. First off, so there's a problem with the arc light furnace that we got to figure out. I think it's going to be a core problem. And what I mean by that, it's going to be a problem not in the recipe, but in the processing. Big sad Vexus, but I'm here to watch you streaming. And we are a bug fixing. Let's see, what am I looking for? Arc light furnace, that's what it is. There we go. Arc light furnace. And then let's look at essence ash. So it's this something in here that we're gonna have to take a look at. It's something in here that things are broken. But we're gonna hop in first. I was gonna say, how long does it take to hop in? Are we releasing the Wyvern soon? Maybe. It depends on the feedback. I threw it out in the supporter channel. It depends on the feedback. If it seems like, things aren't crashing for people and they're not seeing anything weird, like they suddenly get thrown into the sky when they're flying, or you know what I mean, like anything big. See, the problem is, as soon as you release a mod, like then my attention has to be focused on it, like pretty hard in the beginning, and I gotta strategically place that to where I'm not gonna be swamped with work. So I figured I'd throw it out, to a few people. Let them try it out, and as long as these people say, yeah, I got it on the server, and I could tame these things and I can mount on them and I don't get a crash, then I think then we can plan for a date to send it out. Okay, so let's get rustic compound. I was gonna ask if we could get the pillions on them so we can fly around via duos. I'm not sure about that, Vexus. That is going to take a lot more effort to put the second seat in, and I'll tell you why. Because I found it in my machines mod. So before 1.21.1, the stable build we're on now, before that came about, I think early 1.21.0, everything seemed okay with the mounting. You could make your own category, and things kind of worked. Like, it understood that it was a riding seat because it had a seat profile, and you could right-click on it and get in. Since 1.21 hit, something changed to where it's too restrictive now. It's looking specifically for the seat category in the on interact search, which means if you try to make your own custom category, like an airship riding seat or a Wyvern passenger seat in our case, it will never be interactable because it doesn't contain just seat, which is the same thing that the boats use. So this was a restriction that is currently on the flying stuff. Now, I could try to go in and spend maybe an evening or two to rewrite that particular section and override things, but I just don't have the time right now to like R&D something that hopefully in like 1.21.2, like maybe it gets fixed, or you know what I mean, like in a version here, because I would like to not throw out complex custom code for interactions and stuff, because I'm doing that a lot for the Wyverns as it is. to like inject new terms and stuff, but yeah, the secondary passenger seat it's really weird. So for my machine mod, people are seeing that now. Like, they put in the back seat and then no one can mount in it because it's just not considered a seat. Even the people who own the machine, who have full, you know, like, I guess you would say admin privileges to, like, interact with the machine unhinged, you know, are unhindered. They can't sit in their own back seats. So I was looking at it and I'm like, son of a biscuit. It's because it's looking on Interact, it's looking for the term seat specifically. It's like an equals string seat. If it was a contains, then this problem wouldn't have come up. You would just have to make sure whatever your category was, that it would get, you know, it would have the term seat in it. So yeah, that's so it is on the to-do list. It is on the old to-do list. Yeah, that was really weird to find out, because that was like that was a recent thing. Someone had brought that up. I was like, huh, what do you mean you can't get in the back seat? You should be able to. And I look and I'm like, yeah, it looks right there, right? It's seatable. Like, I say you can't control it, but you know, it has the coordinates for sitting. Like, why isn't it showing up? Then it hit me. Then I'm like, wait, the category. And I changed the category in the machine mod. And now the annoying part is you could sit in the back seat, but you can also put the sailboat's seat in the machine, which looks janky as hell. And it still, quote unquote, works. So I'm like, great. So I could fix the immediate problem, but I run into another bug now, because now it will accept from anyone's mod seat category. Like, son of a bee. So that's what we're running into right now. That's the state of things. All right, so I got to put down well, I don't know why I threw that. Let's put down this admin version here. Let's do this. I'm gonna actually just put one of each down. Light, dark. I was gonna say, good, I have the Heart of Harmony on. I think I was testing with that. Oh, Vexus, look what I made. Hold on. A little Jack Skellington. And I was thinking, you know, there's another one here. You think that one's cute? There you go. There you go. The little bow on the side. There you go. So, two more that could drop. I'm a big fan of Jack. You know, it's funny. I have like an original Disney, like, you know, 1990, you know, what, you know, like whenever, you know, like when Nightmare Before Christmas came out, they had it's my Coco mug. It is so cool. I got the Jack mug. It is so cool. I think that mug's probably worth a lot. But that is like every year I bust out that particular mug for my hot cocoa. I've got pajamas in him right now. Oh, Jack. I'm going to be you'll probably hear me singing the Oogie Boogie song and stuff, like humming it to myself. It's that time of year when I start to binge it. Doo-doo. There, we'll put this stuff in. Bam. I need a resonator. So let's start with neutral. There, I'll just get all of them fired up. So it should be giving me 2 essence ash, which is correct, for each process. Every Halloween I go and see if there's any goodies of him or Beetlejuice. You know, it's funny. I don't have many Nightmare Before Christmas, like, memorabilia. I guess you could say. Like, I'll look at something, I'll be like, yeah, you know, it's Jack. You know, oh, it's Oogie Boogie. Okay, oh, it's Sally. You know, okay, another shirt of him, or another, you know, another hat. Oh, snap, I see what it just did. It just took 2 out. You dirty, dirty little biscuit, you. How dare you? Okay, let's... I saw what it did. It should be ashamed. Alright, so let's continue in the code here. So the amount... Okay, amount in is there. Let me go back up. See what I put in. Okay, so that is the output, which is indeed correct. All right, we're talking about output slots. Int actually taken, amount in, take out actually taken. So I gotta take a look at this. To transfer. So it's not hitting any of this right now. Trying to think. Okay, let's go further down. Maybe it's a little further down. So that's dropping the shard. And then the reset. So it's gotta be in here. Right in here. Oh, the actually taken. That's the amount minus the transfer. Crap, that's it. That's it right there. Because I'm putting 2 over, I'm taking out 2. Ooh, oh, no, no. 1. Let me comment this out. Takes out the amount it transferred. Bad. There we go. My comments. Just puked all over that, you know it. I don't always get stuff, but it's like a mug or pajamas, I like it. Nice. Yeah, like looking at the statues, I think the most intricate thing I've seen kind of recently was a, not recently, I've seen it like many years ago, I don't even know if you could get it anymore, but it was a cuckoo clock with like the, you know, with like a Nightmare Before Christmas themed cuckoo clock. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I'm like, come on, man, why the hell would I buy myself a cuckoo clock? Like, really? I'm not gonna buy a cuckoo clock. The thing would annoy me, you know? Like, what am I gonna do in the summertime? You'd be like, I'll never watch this movie again. Okay, so we got 2, and we got 62 in there. I don't have any clocks on the wall. I have this one clock on the wall. It's something that I picked up from like Sam's Club a couple years ago, because I looked at it and I'm like, I guess every home should have a clock on the wall. And it like plays music and it's got this like, the face like rotates on it. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I don't have extreme buyer's remorse right now, but that was like an impulse buy. I was like, you know what? Screw it. It's on sale. All right. Okay, let's see. 62. We got 62 and 2. So we got 4, and now we're down to 61. There we go. There's the fix right there. Too many phones, stove, a microwave. Yeah. Well, that stuff, like, I wanted something in the living room area. And it's not in analog, right? Like, or it's the one you know, the face with the hands. Like, I don't know what that. It's not digital. It's analog, right? I guess that would be considered analog. But you know, it's a good way to teach my little toddler triangle there. You know, to actually start reading a clock face. Because you'll be like, oh, when's dinner time? And I'll point to it. I'll be like, when the little hand goes right here. And it plays music. And it plays Christmas music. I get to toggle it on soon. It plays all this, like, Christmas stuff. It's pretty cool. If I remember, I could send you a picture of it. Kind of neat. I've grown accustomed to listening to the chime. Just generally too many time notices. Yeah. See, for me, it's like one power outage and like my microwave, until it makes me angry, it won't be the right time anymore. My stove sucks beyond belief. It's so old, like it has like an analog clock on it that doesn't move. Every time I go to bake something, the fire alarm goes off. It's that bad. It's that bad. And it's not my cooking. I just don't bake anything anymore because my oven sucks. And then looking at the prices of ovens and like stoves, I'm like, holy crap. Nope. Not spending over $1,000 for something. Like, no. Especially if it doesn't raise the property value of my house. I'm not doing that. Especially since I think I eventually want to move. Okay. Okay, we got that, we got that, we got that. Everything is processing. This is going to process faster. Admin eat those. Okay, this should give me 2 and take out 1. Okay, 22 to 21. I like that. So this has 16. Did I really put exactly 16 in there? Yeah, 15. Man, I'm good. Oh, and this one should have done it. Yep, so that went from 22 to 21. Wow. Actually, I don't know what that one was at. Hold on. Okay, there are 20 here. Okay. This thing's just chugging away. It's down to... How many's in this one? 20. Okay. There's 15. 14. 2. Okay. There's indeed 14. Okay. I got the numbers. 20, 20, and of course 14. Okay. So that is down to 19, and I got 2. That is down to 19, and I got 2. Good. That is 14. Oh, you know what it is? Because I'm looking at it like this, and then I'll look at the side, and I'm like, oh, it says 14. What's going on? The numbers are wrong. It's because of the hitbox that I have here. The collision box is not the whole size of what a block would be. So I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Okay, we're down to 18 to... See, since I went over here, it says 13, 18, 19, so it's just where my mouse is pointing that's messing me up. Okay. Oh, 18. We got the other bit there. 42. So that went from 19 to 18. This one's gonna go from 18 to 17. There's 2, there's 17. Okay, it looks like it is all working. This one should go down to 12 and then give me 4 total. 12 and 4. There we go. Perfect. Okay, problem done. My property, you know, I got my home recently. It's already gone up 20k. Yeah! There's like so many new places being built around me. My place values just jump and it's great. That is awesome. Yeah, that was kind of like the same with like my home here. At first, like I got it for like a set amount, and then I'm looking, I'm like, oh, look at the property value of this. Like I know nothing changed. I think it's just like around me they're starting to do things like we're getting like fiber internet kind of running through, like at least in the area. It's not to my house, or else I would have got it already, but just like little things like that. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's what's making the property value higher. But apparently a stove doesn't do that, so I'm like, fuck that. I'll wait for the next house. I'll wait for the next house. Okay, so that bug is done. Dunzo. What else? What else did people talk about here? What other issues? Let's take a look. Okay, this person, rustic compound. This person said that VSync was causing their stuttering. So it's good that it's not my mod, because everyone always points at my magic mod, slowing everything down when it's, you know, it's something like VSync. This guy is... like they're kind of going on a rant about progress in the mod. We'll just skate past that. Let me look at Discord, see what we got going on in issues. Scroll back up, kind of refresh myself a little bit. Okay, this crash was from an older version of the mod. Okay, that was the old immobilized crash. Wow, I went way beyond. Okay, this person's talking about like what I talked about with the machines in the back seat. Vanilla Boatsy, get an issue where Arclight Furnace just eats the rest of the rustic compound after processing 1 to 2 left. Okay, that's fine. Instead of using 1 compound to get 2 ash, he uses 2. Perfect, I fixed that. Afraid you made an infinite rift generator. Rift Weaver, use rift charge, open rift, Serenity, get rift charge back. That actually isn't that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, if they prefer that you don't get anything back, I guess I could do that. Actually, with Serenity, I wanted to make 2 different spells here. Serenity 1 and Serenity 2. Serenity 1 wasn't supposed to be 100% chance to get a rift, or a drop, an item drop. It wasn't supposed to be. So let me hop into the cleansing light that it gives off. And Arve, I hope the furnace stops at 0 now. What do you mean? It should. Or are you talking about... yeah, you're talking about the Arclight Furnace. It should. It should. So, you missed the beginning. It was... it was this line of code here. So, what I was doing is, I was actually, like, transferring things over. I was taking the amount minus the transfer amount, right? So basically, this would come up to, when you look at the calculations here, it would actually come up to the amount that it moved into the other inventory, and I was taking out that instead of just static 1. So what could happen is if you had 2, right? and you put like an even or an odd number of components in, then it would go into the negatives and probably have some weird behavior, because I haven't really, you know, coded anything for that. So that's not going to happen anymore. Stuff at home will help value naturally, of course, but stuff around it, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, things like even remodeling a kitchen or a bathroom, that doesn't add as much value as you think, because the thing that people usually bank on is like, oh, I don't like it, I can remodel it. So all the money you put in, they're just gonna demo out anyways. So it's not like you can add that to the value of your house. Well, I just redid the bathroom. Yeah, but you picked the ugliest flamingo pink in that bathroom. You are one of 12 people in this state that thinks this is a good idea. Oh, man. So we'll let this kind of burn out. This one's about 6 minutes, 11 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay, let me see what else people are talking. Oh yeah, the Rift Weavers. Oh, and we were going into here, right? So that's spawning the sphere. Excuse me. So is this for... I think I need to put a new thing in here. Let's put a public int, and I can say spell power tier. And we will have a get and set on it. The game is not going to be happy with what I'm about to do, but it's going to fix things. I guess I could also look at the projectile that I make as well. I may not have to do what I'm about to do. Right? Because I could just look to see what tier I'm spawning, and then do that. Yeah. I won't push anything else there. Let's look at Serenity again, and I am spawning. This one's tier 2 Serenity. Okay. Do I want tier 2 Serenity? Let's take a look here. I think I got rid of anything that's like tier specific. Yeah, see, that was the tier 1, and then for the tier 2 it was just that. So it was dictating radius and the amount of like rifts, right? Entities rifts. All right. Should I bring this back? Kind of thinking I should, right? Because Serenity 1, I want to spawn the tier 1 rift. Let's pull up Serenity 2, because that's coming on the new wand. And then with Serenity 2... Okay, that's going to be tier 2. Let me save that. Let's go back into Cleansing Light. Now I can do this. Right, first code part 1 equals tier 1. Then that's your radius. If it's tier 2, I can bump the radius up by like a little bit. I don't think I really need to do a lot. Sure, 10, why not? I don't think anyone's gonna notice. And let's add another variable in here. I guess we will end up adding another one. It could be a private. It's only going to live in here. And it's going to say, success % chance. And if it's tier 1, your success chance is going to be 50-50. So it's going to be a 50% success chance to get a shard, right? And then this will be... Should it be 100? I mean, should I give you a 100% chance of success with the tier 2? Or should there still be, like, a little room for failure? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, people don't always realize how expensive shit gets. I'm gonna repaint a couple rooms for whatever reason. The old guy thought yellow rooms was the way to go. Oh, God. I just want to get hit in the face with the color lemon. Yeah, that sucks. Like, I wobble my head hearing that music every time. Yeah, there's some bangers in here. Oh, next one's good. Next one's good. Yeah, oh great, piss-stained walls, lovely. Yeah, right. But you know, someone's probably like, yellow brightens everything. It just brightens everything. No, no. To you it may. It's like a sunrise. No, there are other colors in a sunrise. It's not the color of urine. Even blooms do not give 100% seeds back. Nothing is 100% in your mod. Well, maybe sticks and transmutation. Yeah, it's true. Nothing is 100%. You know what? You talked me into it. You're gonna get a 40% chance and an 80% chance. There you go. So the weaker wand is gonna be meh. The better wand is going to be rockin'. 4 out of 5. Although if you are unlucky, you will get nothing like that ratio. If you are really lucky, you'll think it's 100% drop rate. All right, and then we'll just come into here, right? Because now we got to use this percent chance drop, right? I assigned it, and we are going to. So it's really like all the rifts here, and I'm kind of going through. So right here, let's just pop an if in here, an if statement, right? If this is greater than or equal to, you know, it's got to be a less than or equal to, and I'll say RNG. We're gonna make a variable for RNG. This I'll say we'll do int RNG equals this dot world dot random dot next, and it's going to be a 1 out of 100 plus 1. That way it does roll 1 out of 100. And then if it's 40, then you'll take like whatever the number is, and yeah, so that would dictate your percent chance. And then what I can do is put a bool in here and say can drop equals false. And then if you are successful in your chance, this is going to equal true. And then I'm going to cut all of this out, and then we'll do an if statement, paste it all in, and I'll say if it can drop, then it will drop, you know, drop the new item stack. And there will be a chance every rift. So if you have like 3 rifts in all on top of each other, it will re-roll that random based on your world, the delta time, right? So it'll roll a different each time. So it's not just like you failed everything or you got everything. Perfect. And then, of course, I'll close the rift regardless. Done. Yeah, no, it's fucking terrible. I had, like, the ugliest carpet in this house. In my game room, it was weird. Like, it was, like, concrete bottom, but they had that, like, gross, thin, you know, like, gray, dark gray, super thin rug. It was more like a sheet than an actual, like, you know, carpet. It was like a sheet. There was no padding or anything. So I ripped all that crap out, put, like, vapor barrier down, and then I got the lock flooring, right? The stronger than wood, like, snap flooring. And I did this room. I did this room. We got a spare room that we now have as the cat room. I laid flooring in there. And then in my boys' room, I ripped up all that carpet and laid flooring in there too. I am quite proud of the work I have done. It was a pain in the ass though. Took a long time. Planning on building I'm planning on building... the chat popped up when my eyes darted over, and it looked like you said you were planning on building a potty or just relax. I was like, wow, those are two... I would just relax if I were you. Planning on building a catio. Oh, on the side of your house. Nice. I sometimes look at my cat. Well, I got two, right? But there's only one that really interacts with the family. The other one, like, only comes out when, you know, like, the food's getting a little too low. But I sometimes, I can see a twinkle in his eye that he longs to be outside. But yeah, I could probably just build a screened-in porch, too, and he could just chill out there when he wants. I'd be kind of worried that, like, Maisie ends up, like, finding her way outside and then is so frightened by all the noises that she just darts into a bush and then is never seen again. So, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't want her to get hurt. Because she's a pretty stupid cat. Like, that... I gotta say, you could look at the intelligence of an animal, like, looking at its eyes. This cat has nothing going on. Like, I think the cat's... I can't say stupid. Kinda seems like the cat is really borderline special needs, though. Like, the tongue kinda sticks out. It's got, like, the derp face. An eye is kind of, like, cocked weird. She's cute. She's a little cute cat. I'm the only one in the house that could pet her or get close to her. I'm the only one. Everyone else, she'll, like, claw you. She doesn't claw me. She knows I'm probably the one buying treats. That cat comes out when all I have to do, no matter where she's hiding, I won't be able to find her. I shake the treat container, and I see her, like, skittering and, like, running like she's never eaten anything. I'm like, Maisie, you get, like, treats every day. Chill. Like, I see you constantly eating. What do you... You're making me feel bad. Like, we don't feed you enough. Got a, like, metal mesh installed so you won't lay against it and fall out. Yeah, Bingley's a chungus. That cat is huge. And it's funny because, like, when he walks now, like, his belly, like, the poof of his belly, like, it swooshes back and forth. I was like, oh, man, buddy. I'm like, we both got to get in shape. We both need to. All right, let's pull up Serenity. Let me spawn some rifts. Let's make sure this is kind of working. And boom, baby. So that was a success. That was not. Let me just make sure it's successful at least one more time. And this should be the 40% chance of dropping. So we should have, you know, slightly more failures than successes. Oh, and there's one right there. Okay. So that's good. That is good. And look at that. Chance of dropping rift charges depending on rift size. I already had it in there that there's a chance. But what I will do is plan ahead for Serenity 2. And oh, and this close up to 3 rifts in an area. You know what? It really should be 1, and then maybe this should be 5. Maybe I should do that. Five by 5 area around the caster. Closes 1 rift. And I should say, high chance to drop, and this should be low chance. There we go. Boom. Alright, let me just reload. Oh, looks like Key Toozler. Thank you for the follow. How do I learn mod making? I heard the wiki and docs are outdated and missing content. Actually, the wiki is an awesome place to get started. You got 2 hurdles. You got 2 hurdles. The first hurdle is deciding on, you know, what you're going to be using, right? Are you going to be using something like Visual Studio Community? That's what I personally use. Are you going to use like the Visual Studio, oh god, what is it, like Basic or Code, the Code version? Are you going to use another like IDE? You got to install everything. But the guide, the wiki, in the Vintage Story wiki on setting it up is really good now. It will get you there. The other part's actually learning how to look at game code. You do that with .NET Spy. You'll see me do it all the time. Quick question. So Bagel, one of the mages on my server got Mending Spell. All right. Oh wait, I'm hold on. Well, father, I'm starving. Edwin didn't used to be so fat, but rogue 11-year-old girl doesn't want to play with him. He's one. He's got so much energy. Gotten so fat. Oh man, Bingley. You know, Bingley used to be like this big ball. Like that cat was like borderline cougar. Like it's crazy. Even now, he's a very muscular cat. Very much, and loves me. Like today, he like follows me around. He'll like jump on chairs and stuff and like nudge his face. Like he forces his love onto me. He forces it. But Bingley's kind of gotten fat. He used to be a little psycho. Like just he would just like look up at the ceiling like all scared and then start running circles around the living room. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now this is the way he plays with his toys. You can't see me because my camera sucks, but he'll kind of like walk up to it and then he like pats it, and then I've never seen a cat do this. It's like tipping a cow. Like the legs stay out and he just plops right to his side with his legs still out. And then we'll just kind of look at you with a side eye. And he'll do that. Like he'll see me walking to a toy, and he'll like run up to the toy, and then just plop like that in front of his toy for me to turn it on. And he'll just look at me with his little squinty eyes, being like, "Can you turn on my toy for me?" So mend. Okay, mend. Well, he got the mending spell. That's cool. But is there a spell that fixes clothes? No, there is not. Mend Object is a spell that fixes clutter. You won't need any glue. So that's what that spell does. I don't have anything that's like a mend clothing spell because I don't know. I mean, no one suggested it, and I don't know how broken something like that would be. Like, I would feel bad for the tailors, right? Like, I would have taken away their bread and butter. No, I mean, I got all set up and made a basic mod, but don't know how to read or interpret the GitHub, and some things are obsolete, like register command method. Okay, so yeah, you are on the second stage then. You are on to, and I'll show you, hold on. Because if you watch this stream, you'll see me do this every now and then. You need .NET Spy. Where's my desktop? There it is. Let's pull up .NET Spy. Oh, I had it up already? You'll normally see this kind of floating around, right? So basically, this is all the game assets here. You have to add stuff like when you download .NET Spy from GitHub. That's where I get it, anyways. You'll have to drag like VS Creative Mod, Essential, Survival. Drag the API in, right? The server exe, the Vintage Story exe. And then you can burrow in, right? So let's say you're making a mod and you're like, oh man, you know what? I want to make another kind of fire pit. I want it to do everything the fire pit does, but maybe it takes in this other container and it's like a potion brewing thing, right? So you would be able to go into like fire pit, or if you spell it right, fire pit, right? And then I can look at the block entity for the fire pit, the behavior for the ambient fire pit, right? I could look at the renderer and pot, and then you could just kind of go through the code and say, oh, that's how they do the block entity. It needs, you know, open containable, looks like it's got some interfaces here. And this is all the code. It's so much better than their GitHub. Their GitHub does not have all the code in it. This does, because you're pulling directly from the game. Everything that is running that game is in here. He's just a baby. Yeah, he loves his daddy, all right. The tailors have some special stuff they can make. They have like a spell set of Gamison Tailor. Yeah, I think that they can make sewing kits too, right? That's what I was talking about, was a sewing kit. Oh, so I could use that to discover how to call functions? Well, yeah, I mean, you could look at this, right? It's like there's an on-burn tick, right? And if I don't know how to use that, I can just kind of search for it, and this is how you register it. It was right in initialize is where they do it. So in your initialize, you can invoke the same, you know, tick register. Looks like they are, you know, referring to the method. It ticks every 10 times a second. And if you hover over it, right, it tells you like what the delays are, if there are any defaults for the game tick listener. But you know, and a lot of the other stuff too is going to come about from you know, a little trial and error. We got excited because we thought we'd fix our clothes. Like a clothes sewing patch. Can't remember what it's called. Oh, you're talking about my magic kit? My one that the thing that fixes magical stuff? Talking about that? Magical repair kit? Yeah, it's just grimoires and mage armor. I don't know how I would make that a spell. It would be kind of a pain to like look in a chest, right? Or it just like repairs your armor, or repairs your like target's armor they have on. But like, how much do you know, how do you really, do you want to go that deep into a spell that, you know, the sewing kit does super cheap? You know, how much mana would a spell like that cost, right? If you're open to it, I'd love to see sewing mend on clothes, even if it's small. Do you mean having this mend clothes too? Like the magical repair kit mending clothes? Make a ritual for it. It's called the laundry ritual. If you're open to it, okay, yeah, small mend. I mean, I don't mind. I could see what it would take. Although that would be pretty cheap to make. And would that be too overpowered? Huh. These are good questions here. Only mages would be able to make it. I mean, basically, I'd be putting a tailor out of a job. How do I feel about that? How much does the sewing kit repair? I mean, sewing kit's pretty damn cheap. Can be used to repair clothing by 75%? Holy shnikes. What do you want? Like a, what, 25% per hit? 25%. But it reads real time with game open, or the game doesn't have to be open. Or maybe I want to modify the fire pit. I use the fire pit and it detects the code happen. Okay, so you're a little confused on the processing here, how it works. I'm running the game right now. Anything in .NET Spy, it's read only. You can't type anything in here, right? So you don't have to worry about screwing anything up that way. And what you're seeing here is like when I'm in here and I just edited my Serenity spell, I of course just hit escape so I can get my mouse back, and I come in, I make whatever changes I want. All right, and then I fireball it in, but my environment is set up for this to be able to use hot reload. So when I hit hot reload, oh, see, like right there, CWANCE. If I do like .reload language, right? And then let's look for Serenity. Was that Serenity 1? Good. And I look at it here, you'll see low chance